Yeah, just it's for somebody who loves and appreciates older games. It makes it really, really difficult to not want to do stuff that Nintendo might not want us to do. You know what I mean? To
Yeah, yeah.
to appreciate the older titles.
Yeah, well, it really like because lately they've getting into emulators real quick, side tangent. I mean, they've really cracked down on that. So both of the Switch emulators are gone.
Which ones were those? One was Yuzu, right?
Yeah, Yuzu and Ryujinx
They cracked down
completely
on both of them.
both of them. Yeah. So both of them you can't like officially get anymore. I mean, you can kind of look around online and get like a old copy, but I mean, the main thing with those is that like I mean, the team of like developers that are constantly releasing updates to like make more games supported and compatible and everything, that's kind of gone now. You don't really have that. So where it's at right now, it's kind of going to be like the wild wild west.
Yeah.
So which I mean, there's not too many, I guess, Switch games probably that'll be coming out. But yeah, dude, they've shut down that. I know there's a website called archive.org that kind of like for game preservation reasons will archive like ROMs of older games and stuff, and they've cracked down on a lot of those.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing a lot to kind of
I mean, I can
take it
believe
down,
it, but
which makes kind of it stagnates game preservation because obviously physical media is not going to be around forever. But it really shows you like how kind of important physical media is,
Yeah.
to where it's like maybe don't rely on, oh, if I want to play the Minish Cap one day, I can just go and download it because you really never know. Like
Yeah.
it's definitely good to have those physical original copies
which kind of leads
more than
in
ever.
it leads into pricing of older media, physical media. It gets more and more expensive as it gets rare. It's just basic supply and demand. If
Yeah, as
there's
a
less
company that sells that stuff, it gets expensive. It gets really expensive.
so the fact that we can't use them, or they're trying to stifle people from using those things in this for the sake of preservation and enjoying classic titles. I think it really makes it difficult to try and do it on the physical side too, especially not everybody has $200 to blow on
Yeah, for sure.
whatever console. Heck, even Twilight Princess on no Wind Waker on the Wii U is like what, like $100?
I think yeah, Wind Waker's
Or maybe it's
probably
Twilight
around.
Princess. I think it's Twilight Princess.
Wind
Something
Waker's
about it,
around 70-ish. Twilight Princess, yeah, you're getting up
to 100.
like yeah, around the 100 range.
Yeah, because I was looking to buy a title, one for my dad, and I'm like, holy crap, why is it so expensive?
Yeah.
But I know why it's expensive. And I think the GameCube version is pretty expensive too, isn't it? For Twilight Princess.
Yeah, Twilight Princess GameCube version's expensive. The Wii version's not. It's the Wii
The
version.
Wii's like
I
the
think
most.
we sell the Wii version maybe like $15 or $20. GameCube version's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, I think it's because the Wii version was the most like mass produced.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the GameCube one came out at the Wii was already out when the GameCube version of the game was released. So
Because it was like
and the GameCube didn't really sell that well. Pretty much any GameCube game is going to be like really sought after. I mean, that's just that's the hottest commodity right now.
yeah, that was like the flagship title for the Wii was Twilight Princess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was his launch title. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I mean, like I feel like a lot of kind of retro game collectors, retro game stores, people that are kind of in that niche had this really strong phobia against emulators, and I don't really get it. I think half of it maybe is like a business thing. I mean, because you think about it, like why would a retro video game store even want to like slightly promote emulators? I'm just going to be straight up. I have no problem with emulators. I think, especially when you're in a situation, I think one, for game preservation, it's important just because physical media is not going to be around forever. Two, if you either A, can't afford, or B, the company that made the game hasn't even re-released it in a way that's playable. Like, I mean,
Which happens a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I encourage people to be able to play games. I want people to be able to play Twilight Princess if they don't have $80 to spend, So if emulator's your way to do that, then do it,
Yeah.
Tons of people don't want to do that. They actually, I mean, I know tons of people that'll play games on emulators and then turn around and buy them
the title,
for their collection, for
they
their
appreciate
collection.
it.
Or to play it again on original hardware. I mean, there's tons of reasons to get into like retro games, like actually owning them, physical media, that I don't think really covers up like emulators, So I'm not against emulators. I don't think that stuff should be So like I said, it'd be different if we had a virtual console where like every NES game nearly was available for
Yeah.
like $5, transferred over from like 2008.
Yeah.
That would be great, but we don't have that, so it's
Hmm.
like so many of these games, there's no official way I can play them, and
Yeah.
some of these games cost like $200 or $300. I mean, it's a lot of people can't really have access to that. So
And another point towards the use of emulators in support of the original games. Recently, I mean, you helped me set up the emulator on my ROG Ally, and a good example is, I mean, and I don't think the physical game is that expensive, all that expensive, but I started playing Persona 4 because I thought it was, I wanted to try the Persona games. I'd never tried any of them before. I played it a little bit on the emulator. I'm like, man, this is fun. And then
turn around and bought it.
yeah, I turned around
Yeah.
and bought it because I wanted to collect achievements on it,
Yeah.
in the Steam store. So I think, I think it's a good segue into, furthering your relationship with that type of media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.